Alright, looks like we got a little drama on the water out here today.
I know the right thing to do, and at the last minute, I choose the wrong thing.
Oh my God. Oh man, that's a lot worse than I thought.
Dang, also, I broke my boat. I came back to another exciting episode of Uncle Matty Breaks His Boat.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Sailing GBU. We are in St. Croix right now, and there's a really cool island called Buck Island. It's like a nature reserve. Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. And we're going to head over there. White sand beaches. They have cool things over there. We're going to maybe do some hiking. I don't know. I'm a little out of shape and tired. But, you know, I'm still young, right? I can pull it together.
Yeah, you're getting kind of old, but I think you're still young enough, spry enough to climb the mountains of Buck Island. It shouldn't be too bad.
So we're going to head on over there. It's only going to be like an hour. We're probably going to motor because it's upwind.
Maybe a little more than an hour. No less than 1 hour, no more than 2 hours. The distance of time it'll take.
So we're going to get that brand new prop ripping. So let's get to it. So far, we've been really enjoying St. Croix.
St. Croix is a cool spot. Alright, so it looks like somebody's dinghy got away from either their boat or the dock, so I'm gonna go get it before it ends up out on the reef or out somewhere else and tow it back that way, see if we can find the owner. Over there. I recognize it because it's got a sticker on it.
Okay.
I'll run it over there and see.
What did they say? Was it their dinghy?
It was their dinghy. They were getting ready to go to town as well, so they were like, "Let's ride it back." So it was cool. They just had a clip, and I guess the clip came undone.
So they almost lost their whip.
I know, that would have been a shame. Well, I'm not sure it would have gotten past that reef, but it probably would have taken some damage there for sure. I'm not exactly sure. I mean,
well, they wouldn't be able to go out and get it.
Yeah, it would have been out of eyesight pretty quick, and they'd have had to be on a paddleboard or something to go run it down.
That's how observant Matt is. He can go through a whole Anchorage and know everybody's dinghy with one trip going there. He knew when he saw that dinghy that it had a little thing that he was like, oh yeah, that was at that catamaran. I don't look at anything like that. I'm looking at the bars and the restaurants saying, where can I go eat?
It's not that I notice too many people, because honestly I try not to look. I try to keep my head down whenever I'm somewhere new, so I don't like see something that and I become like an informant. But this particular dinghy was parked right next to ours, and it had a giant Chiquita banana sticker on it, like that big. You know, we all got the little ones from our bananas that we used to peel off as kids and use, but this one was giant on the dinghy motor, so I was like, oh, that's kind of unusual. It caught my eye. And the backstory, when I took it back to them, they told me that they had a boat that was called like Bananas or something. They bought the dinghy off a boat that was named Banana, so that explains the sticker. Some guy had a boat named Banana and named that boat Banana, so that's it. Chiquita banana stickers.
So we're off. It's a little bit of an overcast day, but overall, it looks like calm seas, so that's gonna be nice. I can't wait to get there. I'm pretty excited to see this island. It's one of those things we didn't plan on going to because I didn't know it existed, and now that I did, I was like, we have to make time for it.
Alright, so I want to give a big thanks to today's video sponsor, BetterHelp. As we all know here on Sailing GBU, we sail a lot, and old Uncle Matty has to be running all around, sailing, figuring out the weather, figuring out patterns, going to new anchorages. Me and Kristen are sailing around, braving the wild seas. And a lot of times, even though people think that I would never be, nervous or never have anxiety and be anxious about where I'm going to be going, I do. It's something that I struggle with, and it's something that a lot of sailors that I've met struggle with. When you're sailing, it's not just going out and having fun like leisurely on the weekends. When you live in your home, you can be nervous when you go out and you see a storm on the horizon, or it's a little windier than predicted, and you're out there and everything's kind of on you. So that's one thing that I have been dealing with over the years, and I found a lot of different ways to help myself cope with that. And I believe that therapy is a great way to help you deal with certain obstacles in your life. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's 100% online, which is great for full-time travelers like us. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who are going to be able to help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. And they have a bunch of different ways for you to get in contact with your therapist, whichever is most comfortable for you, via text, chat, phone, or video call. You can contact your therapist at any time and even schedule live sessions whenever it's convenient for you. And if the therapist you get isn't right for any reason, you can switch at any time for no additional cost. So if you guys are interested, right now you can get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/goodbadugly. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/goodbadugly. Or you can find the link in the description below. Alright, looks like we got a little drama on the water out here today. I see the police boats and the towboats are out. Looks like maybe a boat ran on shore. I can't tell if he's moving now, or if I think that's just us moving. I can't really tell. He might be just waiting on the water to come up, but I don't know. I hope he's all right. Alright, so it looked like that boat, I don't know if they were driving in and they just ran up on the shoal. The channel's pretty clearly marked here, but it was a quarantine, the boat was quarantine flagged and it had a foreign flag, so who knows, they might have got here in the morning or something where they couldn't really see very well. You never know, but definitely looked like they were on that shoal, so hopefully we're not taking no water, and I'm sure the boys will help them get it sorted out.
As we're getting closer, I'm starting to see that this mountain hill of Buck Island is a lot taller than I thought, so I'm starting to think this hike is going to be a lot more, because I think it has an observation deck at the very top.
At the very tippy? The tippy on the big one or the tippy on the little one?
The big one, you can see it.
Oh man, I see a couple sailboats anchored out here, so we know it's a possibility. So shoot, well.
We also have been worried because we did see some article online about something about you needing some kind of, what is it called?
Like a
permit,
anchoring
maybe?
permit.
Because I think a lot of charter boats come here, but we couldn't really find out too much information, so we're risking it. And now that we're back in the US, we have seen a lot of police. So.
Yeah, I couldn't find any. I went and even into town and looked around for like an office, and I couldn't find anything. So half the people say, yeah, the cops are gonna crawl up your butt. Half the people say, you'll be fine, don't worry about it, nobody owns the ocean. So we're gonna see. back in anchor again. I went to go put the anchor down and I thought I put it in neutral, but I left it in drive, so I was driving away still from where I was going, so I gotta pull the anchor up and go back and find my nice sandy spot. Dang, y'all, so I broke my boat. I came back to another exciting episode of Uncle Matty Breaks His Boat. I was backing down on the motor, or on the anchor. I just had jumped in to make sure I wasn't in any sort of coral. I set the anchor in a nice safe spot, and I was just backing down on it to make sure that it's set, and then I was going to take some chain away, take some scope to make sure that my chain stays up. Well, I guess in the fury of me backing down with my new prop that pushes a lot more water, I snapped my Samson post completely off, so I'm really hoping that I didn't damage my furler because it's all wedged up in there. But now I got.
Because you got that new powerful prop.
Yeah, the new prop, the gory prop. Shout out to my dogs at AB Marine. They gave me the prop that it's too powerful. It's too good of a piece of machinery. But yeah, so we've been backing down, and that old Samson post, she's getting all long in the tooth, but she's gone now. She broke, so that's another thing I'm gonna have to fix, and I'm gonna have to try to source that. Don't know if they got it here.
Oh my God. Oh man, that's a lot worse than I thought. I was wondering how it broke.
She came completely off.
Helga's dead.
Old Helga's gone. R.I.P. Helga. Served us for many years. Now I need to figure out how to keep my anchor chain from sliding out. I think the quick response to that is going to be just a rope, some sort of string to hold it together.
String?
Well, a rope, just something to, it doesn't, it's nothing too crazy, but there needs to be a more permanent solution because obviously if it gusts up to 20, 30 and I'm at anchor, I don't want to be having it on a shoestring. But either way, we'll figure it out.
Here.
Thank you. Alright, so I know all my windlass fans out there are probably laughing now that I have my temporary fix on. They're going to say, Matt, wouldn't it be great just to wrap that around your windlass and tighten the gypsy there and just be done with it? And yeah, you know what? That would be great. Don't dance on my grave, guys. People make mistakes.
Alright guys, you know what time it is. We ain't gonna let this get us down just because our Helga broke off and it's gonna make our lives, or your life, miserable. Harder, not miserable, just harder. We are going to fly to land. We're gonna cheer up, we're gonna see white sand beaches, we're gonna try to go on maybe a hike, and then we're gonna try to hit that underwater snorkel trail. We've never done one of those before. I don't really know what it consists of, but I'm pretty excited to check it out. We sat there, we had a little long talk, that we're not going to stay here overnight. So that's why we're trying to whip everything up today because of if the police tell us we have to go, because we don't know if we're allowed to be here. We don't want him to come to her, come to our boat and say, oh, you got to get out of here. And then we have the Helga problem for doing the anchor.
At nighttime. So we're just going to lick our wounds and we're going to get back to where we know it's a nice calm anchorage, pretty safe, good anchoring, and not have to worry about our Helga and then solve that problem later. But now it's adventure time. Let's do it.
piers closed, no public use.
I know, I'm trying to see how I can get up on this beach. I feel like there's one little spot up here we can run it up in. All right, so it says they have this fruit here called a manchineal tree. It says the tree, the leaves, the fruit, the sap, everything's poisonous on that, and the Christmas bush. So now we got to try to find one to see if they're really telling the truth.
I want to know if anyone does what I do. I do this thing where I know the right thing to do, and at the last minute I choose the wrong thing to do. I knew I should have wore my tennis shoes because it was going to be a big hike, and there's probably cactuses and stuff like that. Last minute I said, you know what, it'll be okay. I'll just wear my rubber sandals, and so far it's been all right, but I'm thinking with all these cactuses, I might end up regretting this.
All right, we found this tree that they said is poisonous.
You just touched it.
And I'm not gonna lie, I touched one of the spikes and it did burn at me. So I'm sure it has medicinal qualities, but we're gonna stay away from
lying?
this. Huh, what?
They burnt you?
A little bit. Felt like a bug bite. But yeah, so stay away from those spiky. Alright, so we made it to a fork in the road. It's not really a fork though. You got the observation platform that way, West Beach that way, and then Diedrich's Point is that way. I knew a guy named Diedrich in high school and he wasn't that cool, so I'm gonna skip Diedrich's Point. I think we should go to the observation platform, right?
Yeah, that's where we're heading.
If your name's Diedrich out there, you know, tell me a cool story about yourself, because Diedrich's, I feel like, been taking L's.
Alright, I see the observation deck. We're here. We made it. Oh shoot, cool frigates. All right, Matt, do you think it was worth it coming up this hike?
Absolutely, it was beautiful up here.
So if you guys have the chance to come to Buck Island, they have a nice hike, nice lookout, awesome cactuses, blue water, cool frigates everywhere that you're like at level with. That's like my favorite part. I love frigates.
You're a frigaholic.
They're like my favorite bird. They're like majestic beasts. All right, guys. We made it down the mountainside, hillside, whatever you want to call it. It's now time to find our snorkeling trail, or at least find some snorkeling. I'm ready to cool off.
Yeah, I'm dying after
You're
that.
sweating right through your blouse.
All right, looks like here you just grab a mooring ball. They don't want you anchoring in this pristine coral.
Ew.
Ow. So gross. So gross. All right, so we're right on time. We knocked everything out in Buck Island in a timely fashion. We hiked the peaks, we snorkeled the sneaks, and we...
What?
You snorkel sneaks. It's just something you do. Get up on your nautical terms. But yeah, so now we have enough time to head back to the Anchorage safely before any sort of Johnny law enforcement comes in. We got mixed reviews, so I don't know what it really is. We probably could have just stayed there and been fine, but I'm a rule follower, not a rule breaker.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Just because our thing broke, we didn't want to be caught in a problem.
We don't want to get in a pickle. All right, so we got on the birds, but I don't see any fish boiling, but we pulled through them a couple times. I have like 200 yards of line out to try to get it like behind the sound of the boat. As my friend told me, that's a trolling fisherman. He said sometimes when you go through with an inboard, the tunas will dive deep and then they'll come back up, so you want your bait far behind you. So, I don't know. No bites for us, but
Yet.
Alright guys, we're back at the Anchorage, and that snorkeling was so cool. I wish it came up better on the camera. I went over the clips and it didn't look anything like it did in real life.
it was a little overcast. That always makes filming underwater difficult. Things don't pop.
It was like amazing down there. It was like a whole different world. I can't even describe it. It was deeper than it looked on camera, and there was so much more fish, and I think because it's like a national nature park or whatever it's called, all the fish were so friendly and came like right to you, like you could almost touch them. Even those lobsters were out in daylight just crawling around on rocks. I've never seen that before in my entire life.
They come up right up to you and shake hands with you with their whiskers.
Yeah.
I was like, hello, Mr. Lobster.
Yeah, it was amazing. I would come to St. Croix just for that snorkel. I'm not even kidding.
No, St. Croix Christianstead. It's cool. Christianstead has like everything you would need. Really good marine stores. Jiu-jitsu, I got to train. My ear got all tore up, so if I'm looking buffer, it's because I got some rolls in. They have a pretty good jiu-jitsu program here. St. Croix BJJ, STX BJJ, if you are into training and you travel like myself. Really good jiu-jitsu, good program here. Good food, good restaurants. They just got everything. I think they even got a Home Depot up in here, but I didn't get to go see that.
They have a Home Depot here?
I think so. I think I saw it online, but it's more inside.
Oh.
Good food, good
Anyways,
stores,
so
everything.
if you get the chance to go to Buck Island, go. Snorkeling's amazing. That hike was a nice little fun hike, and it's beautiful over there. White Sand Beach. We didn't even get to enjoy it that much. It doesn't look like anyone spends the night there, so I think we made the right call to not get in trouble this time around.
Yeah, I didn't want to get a whooping.
So make sure you guys check out our Patreon. The links will be down below if you want to see any real-time updates or the location, how to meet up with us. We're still organizing our meetup, and hopefully we'll get that figured out so we can do it in July-ish.
Yeah.
And also, as you can see, I'm wearing my Dead Dolphin tee. Make sure you check out our t-shirts. This is the, there's 3 different types of shirts for the Dead Dolphin shirt. I think I might eliminate one. I did see some problems. We are aware of that, and I'm eliminating one of the t-shirts that I think the problems were part of. So hopefully that's all cleared up. Mine seems to be sticking out good. You're wearing your Willie t-shirt. Where's your Dead Dolphin t-shirt?
It's around here somewhere, but I can't find it. Hope I didn't lose it.
Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure you like the video, and we'll see you next week. Bye.